stream. Hello, we missed you. Oh my gosh, we're so glad to be back. I hope you had a great summer. I had a fantastic summer. And I'm so sad today is the last Friday of the summer, so we got to say bye to summer. We got a couple guests walking by, so all right, there we go. Hello, hello. So I think I have my first guest up here to join me. Hello, it is. So tell us your name and where you're from.
Okay, my name is Laria, and I'm from Ann Arbor, Michigan, so pretty close to here.
And this is your first time at the Twisted Storytellers?
This is my first time, so I'm officially a virgin non-virgin now.
So what do you think of the show so far?
It's been so amazing. I'm so impressed, and I love that this feels like such a close-knit community in here. It's incredible, yeah.
So I see you got some papers going on here. Tell us a little bit about who you're with and why you're joining us today.
Sure, so I'll show this. So I'm with a local nonprofit. We're based in Ann Arbor, but we serve the whole southeastern Michigan region, and we provide services and resources to adults in grief. So our core service is something that you talked about earlier, is based around listening, which is a peer-to-peer support program. We really know the power of listening and being able to share your story. And so we match someone who is grieving with someone who's experienced a similar loss but is further along in their journey.
Very nice. Now, is this something at a cost or is it free of charge? How does that work?
It's completely free. So we offer all of our services, including other workshops and things that we do, completely free to individuals. So.
Great. Now, do you have any, if I wanted to be a peer counselor or get involved, how would that work?
Sure. So you can go to our website, which is grievewell.com, or give us a call. We always invite people to come who want to help support others in their grief journey. If you've had an experience, to come talk to us. We have volunteer trainings and things that we do to encourage people to join our program and then help support the community.
Great. What is it that do you feel calls you to work for GrieveWell, or work with GrieveWell, I should say? What is your passion with this organization?
Yeah, so I've definitely had my own experiences with loss, and I fully believe that everyone will experience grief, that it's a human condition, and that everyone should be able to have that support they need to go through that in a healthy way and find joy afterwards.
Now, you talked a little bit about storytelling. What do you think the correlation is with storytelling and going through the grief process? What does that look like to you?
Yeah, so we say that the main need of a griever is to find the words to express their grief and to know that someone has heard those words. And so I think that has a lot to do with the storytelling process, to know that you've been able to capture those feelings and those experiences, say them out loud, and know that someone has heard them and listened to them is a huge part of that healing process.
There's power in the words, right? That's beautiful. So tonight was your first Storytellers experience. Could you see yourself being on stage as a storyteller one day?
That would be pretty cool. We will definitely be, so my brother's here with me too. This is his first time, he's from Detroit. We will definitely be coming back. It's an amazing event. I mean, and it would be great to get up and share a story too. I'm so impressed by these people coming up and talking so honestly with no notes. Right. I'm gonna have to practice, but it's really great.
Good. We're so glad you joined us. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you would like to share?
I think that's it. I don't know. I can show this again. We have free workshops, like I said, for anyone in the Michigan area. And we're really hoping to make these services available to people in Detroit. They're totally free. And like I said, we want to make sure everyone has access to those resources. So
please, grievewell.com. Go and check it out. Thank you so much for joining us. Give me a hug. Good to see you. You too. Come on up. And I'll have you on this side. Tell us your name and where you're from.
Hi, my name is, where should I be looking?
Right at the camera, right there. There he is.
Where is he? Oh! Hi out there. Hi, my name is Tamara Verriette. I am the playwright of A Cup of Tea. We are here from Atlanta, Georgia. And we will have a show tomorrow in this same theater on this same stage, September the 21st. We have two shows, a 3 o'clock p.m. and a 7 o'clock p.m. And we would like to invite all of you that are here in Detroit to come out and be a part of this theatrical play.
Now you got to spill the tea on A Cup of Tea. Tell me about it. What's the premise? What is this about?
Well, the theatrical play, A Cup of Tea, has a multicultural cast, which blends us in well with the audience here tonight. And they are from diverse cities. We have a cast member from the Bronx. We have one that is from Chicago. We have one from New Orleans. We have one from different places. And what the tea that is being spilled is you can have real people with real issues. And what happens is that these characters in the cast represent different issues that people face every day. We have the issue of middle age crisis. We have the issue of alcoholism. We have the issue of being a professional and being a workaholic. We have the issue of being a single mom and trying to find the right man to marry. And then we have the young man, which is Jaleel. He represents the streets. He is a street affiliated. But all of these, the cast, the characters, they go from the negative issues to a positive way of life, getting on the road of success. So we're on tour. We've been to the Baltimore Museum of Arts. We've been to the historical Carver Theater in Birmingham, Alabama. Of course, we've performed in Atlanta, which is our home base. And now we're coming to Detroit. Detroit, the Motor City. And we're just so excited to be able to share this storyline in a different perspective. It's full of drama, it's full of comedy, and it's full of inspiration. And our goal is to inspire people that, yes, you're going to have issues, but if you persevere and if you press your way through, you can overcome those issues and get on the road of success.
That is right. Now, how can we get tickets? How can we find out more information?
Well, for the crowd that's here and for anyone that is interested, you could give me a call at 770-875-5271.
Now, what about future dates in other cities? Is there a website that we can visit?
Yes, you can visit us on Facebook at A Cup of Tea Theatrical Play. We are on Instagram as varietteproductions.com. We are on Twitter, and we have our own website, which is varietteproduction.com. And again, if you want to see a storyline that will motivate you, that will encourage you, have you laughing one minute, crying another minute, but then at the end brings it all together and ties it all together, and you walk out and you feel really inspired, this place tomorrow, Saturday, September the 21st, is the time to come.
That's the place to be. You heard it right here. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope to have you again at the Twisted Storytellers. Was this your first time joining us?
This is my first time. I forgot to mention I'm also an educator.
Okay.
I teach middle school Monday through Friday, and the production company travels presenting the play on the weekends. And so I graduated from Spelman in Atlanta, and that is how Ms. Shakur and I connected. And we are excited to be in Detroit.
Thank you so much for joining us, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We have another lovely guest here. And she was so fun and exciting. We love guests like this who come and just share their stories. It's just so important. It ties into all that we are doing. Just the power of storytelling gives me chills. Hello, come on over. Tell us your name and where you're from.
My name is Tisha Hammond. I'm from Farmington Hills, Michigan.
Now, is this your first time joining us here?
They said I'm a virgin, right?
Yes.
So
Not anymore.
No, my husband's up there with me. So we're both first timers today.
Oh, good. So what are you thinking of the show so far?
I gotta say that 3 people over a number of years told me that I needed to be here. And I don't know why I was so hard-headed and it took this long, but every moment, every second, I should have come earlier. It's the place to be.
Good. Now, what are your thoughts on the storytellers tonight? How have the stories resonated with you personally?
I can tell you that my husband and I have been up there looking at one another because we relate to the things that we're hearing on the stage. We're feeling the emotion. I'm wanting to cry with the storytellers, and we're just halfway through. So I don't want to get spent up before the end, but it's amazing.
Now, could you see yourself joining us on this stage?
I will be on the stage in the October show.
Did you hear this? Future storyteller right here. Share some more, little tease for us.
All right, so we can see on the screen what the theme is, and I don't want to give too much away, but I'm hoping to have a lot of support in the crowd, and I think that the story will really be relatable. And you might want to bring some tissues, but things work out in the end, right?
Now, why do you feel it's important for you as a storyteller to share your perspective?
It's all about relating heart to heart to humans and finding a testimony, finding reassurance, finding comfort on the other side of someone else's story, learning from a mistake that someone else may have made, or just being able to cling on to hope because someone else has been through something that you're going through. And in reality, I'll be on this stage next month, but I'm really wanting just the world to send good vibes to see if I can get my husband to want to come on stage and
He's in the audience?
to him to share his story too one day.
Send those vibes out there.
To him. Yeah, he's got to.
That is awesome. And you're so right. Like, that's how we connect. That's how we learn the lessons. That's how we get to know one another, is sharing our stories. What else do you have for us? Anything else you want to share with the people before we get ready to see your face at the October show?
Support young entrepreneurs. Support people who have found the courage or pulled it up out of somewhere to be on stage and be vulnerable. It's not a time to tear someone down, to complain, to murmur. Be supportive, and that starts young.
Where did you get that? Where did you get that it's important? Because you learned that lesson a certain way. What instilled that in you? The importance of supporting and uplifting people rather than tearing people down, because we live in a society today where it's all about me, and it's the cutoff culture. Oh, I'll cut her off. You know, she's not doing this, she's not doing that, I'm going to move on. So why do you see that there is value in empowering others? Where did that come from?
Well, empowered women empower women, right? And that came because families, plural, took the time to raise me in a village. I really got that dose of a little bit of everyone's household. Some things my parents couldn't give me. But I'm thankful that someone else stepped up and shared their family with me in those moments. And that's what we try to give back. You know, just because we made it, you know, now is the time to reach back and help somebody else along the way.
So that's a lesson for us all, to do that same thing. If we've made it, or even if we are learning in the process, we have to open the doors and share and teach the lessons. I got it right?
You got it right.
I'm a good student. Thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next month, and we're going to put the vibes out there for the husband, wherever he is. Fingers crossed. Thank you so much. So nice to meet you. You too. Hello. How are you?
I'm good.
Tell us your name and where you're from.
My name is Veronica, and I'm from Detroit, obviously.
From the D. Now, was this your first time visiting us tonight?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the show so far?
It was amazing, and a lot of the stuff is hitting very close to home, more than I like to say.
So what's something that resonated with you personally?
The last story, because I've had an experience like that.
Very nice. Now, are you a storyteller? Or are you more interested in hearing the stories, or could you see yourself sharing a story with us?
Probably sharing a story.
Okay. That sounds good. We've got a couple of future dates. In case you didn't know, we do this show every third Friday. Shameless plug here. Every third Friday of the month. What else would you like to share with us tonight?
I don't know. What do you want to ask me?
Well, let's see. So you've talked about how the last story resonated. What about the music? Is it other things that really resonate and speak to you when you think about the culture, when you think about Detroit, when you think about yourself as an individual?
Yes, a lot of the music is like just, I don't know, it's like, I can't even speak Spanish or whatever. It's just, I can hear it and like understand it. Yes.
Yeah, and so words can't express, but you can feel it. It's in you.
Right.
Yeah. Now, we've got the halftime show going on, and we've got the second half. We've got a great lineup coming up. did you know about our show next month? We've got another show, October. The theme, what's the theme for next month, John? Betrayal and trust.
I've had a lot of that in my life.
You want to share a little snippet
I
with
don't think I will. I would be here for 2 hours if I did.
You and me both, my friend. You and me both. Now, what are you normally doing on a Friday night in Detroit? Because this is your first time at the Twisted Storytellers. So what are you normally doing?
Watching TV.
This is so much better, right? Yeah. Everybody's at home watching us, which is great. We love that everybody's watching us. But next time they can come on down. Look at that. He's got the live stream, so they're looking at us right now. So this is the place to be. We're so glad you joined us. We hope that you do consider getting on the stage and sharing a story with us.
Definitely.
Now, what's the plan otherwise? Are you in school? Where are you at?
I'm in school, getting good grades, you know.
That's always a good thing. Thank you so much for joining me. It has been a pleasure talking with you. Enjoy the rest of the show. We got a couple minutes left. Thank you so much. So I think that's it for me live stream. It has been such a great night. Thank you for joining us. Do we have anybody else? Okay, so they're giving me the X, so it's time for me to go. But thank you so much. Have a great night. We will see you in October, the third Friday in October for Betrayal and Trust. Have a good night.